matter whether you're talking about the individual person, as I often say, whether you're talking about the organism of church or the organization of church, we do the same thing. Okay. So my expression now is to say, if we're going to understand what it means to be the church in the current context we're in, it means that we have to dive deeper into the current context. That's where embodiment comes in. That's where being the church in the neighborhood actually is the only way we survive. Because if we're the church in the neighborhood, no matter what the neighborhood is doing, changing, how it's shifting, we are changing with it, because as the neighborhood changes, we have to change. We are the neighborhood.
Yes.
So I think, along with all the other things that go with it, church hurt, trauma, failure in leadership, all the things that make it already difficult, when we hold on to old ways of being that have not served, that served us in the old way, but do not serve us in a new time, the society, the culture as we know it, just they create their own paradigms, they create their own structures, they create their own systems and ways to deal with whatever's coming up. But all of that is deception.
Yeah, it's good.
It's deception, because the truth is that the church is God's chosen change agent for the world. God's church is the hope of the world. And unless we change with the world, we can't be hope. And what happens to people when they lose hope? Right? A loss of hope leads to paralysis. It leads to fear. It leads to inability to walk in the purpose in which you've been given, because you have no hope. You have nothing that will move you forward. So I think that's part of it. I'm sure there's even people on this call who add things to that. But if unless we come closer to the people and places in which we've been assigned to, in which God has placed us in, and I know I'm in Jeremiah 29, God put you there, we'll find ourselves creating an alternative reality and saying this is actually better than what God said is true. So there has to be a true sincerity of who we are as a church. We are God's chosen change agent. That doesn't mean that we always lead. It doesn't mean that we always get it right. It doesn't mean that we don't need other people to hold us accountable and critique us and all. No, it's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you have to know who you are, so that no matter who you're with, you know where you stand and you know how God wants to use you.